All right. Wait.
We just went on an amazing journey with Kyle through his house.
Through the tiny bit of space that is my house.
Okay. Good to go.
All right. So when last we left our heroes, you had recently found your way down into the basement of this mansion that you stumbled upon in your, quest to retrieve carriages full of glass, because that's what you do. And you found it was full of armors, and you found that the basement had a big armor dude in it that you killed with little issue because why the heck not? And
Kitty.
yeah, because Kitty. And
That's not
now
Arrow's tail.
you've taken up a little bit of a residence in this place. Sent the rest of the guys home, the rest of the captives home with the carriages, and I believe you either had dinner or Doc just prepared you breakfast. I can't remember which was which, but you just had a meal, and you now have actually it was dinner. I remember because
Legendary
you guys
meal.
were that's right. You guys were worried about the 12 hours, so um, you had your legendary meal at dinner, went to bed, and now it is the next morning. You are fully rested, so any long rest abilities that you are missing, go ahead and add those back in, as well as any spell slots you're missing. As in addition to all that stuff, you also get half of the max number of your hit die back. So if you had, well, let's see, most you could have is 3, so you should be at full anyways. Um, and that's where we are. You guys are probably in a room or something, sleeping, I imagine. And yeah, what do you do?
All right. There we go.
I guess I'd like to make breakfast again for everybody with whatever else I can find around. Nothing too special, just something to get us ready for the day.
You go into the kitchen, and there's still a reasonable number of ingredients. That chef who told you he was trying to keep things minimal when he was cooking left plenty for you to use. So
Awesome.
you can make pretty much anything you want.
Make a hash.
I make eggs or something basic, a little bit of variety, so that
That's why I asked if you
Well,
want.
give us the roll and let's see just how amazing it is.
Okay, you make a decent meal. It's not bad. It's
I
not
can't
like
see it.
Not amazing.
yeah. I mean, it's not the meal you had last night. None of you feel as enlightened or fantastic as you did about last night, but
Do we have
it's
enough water?
still a darn
No.
good.
Okay.
No, you do not.
What's that?
You drink 8 of those a day.
So I should be filling this thing, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris, for a while there, it felt like your whole family was watching us play.
That was only a select portion.
There's just 3 people standing behind you watching. We're
Yeah,
like,
pretty much. It happens.
hey.
It happens.
So, do we? Well, I don't know if we really want to discuss this with Peter gone, but do we want to go back to Veracruz and just stop in there for a little bit? Do we want to just go straight back to Nestora?
From Doc's, at this point, we don't have any other business being in Vocaris.
Well, cars, my bad.
Unless somebody has business there, there's no need to go back.
I do,
think Ian.
but
I think Ian's trying to point to himself. Maybe.
maybe.
Ian, if there's a reason you want to go back there, I'm willing to go back there for you.
I do think it'll be better to go to Nestora first.
Go back to Nestora's first. Okay.
Yeah. I do want to go back to Vakar. So.
Traveling is what you want to do.
Yeah. To Varak.
Baracus.
Would it not be easy?
Was I right?
to
was
do
I
what
right
you
the
wanna
first
do
time?
now, or what?
No, I was wrong the first time.
Vorakis.
I'm getting the sense that I've done some, but I eventually do want to go to where these people keep going for the endless jug.
Because that you Fusvorakis. I mean, there was that mountain that you kept looking at and getting drawn to every time we were there. So I just want to make sure we're not skipping something.
Gladiator ring.
And I need to go to that gladiator ring.
But why don't? Okay, so how about we just go back to Nestora? We return the caravan. We get whatever funds we're getting out of this trip. And then head back to Volrakis, and if we so choose at that point.
Yeah, that's works for me. That's what I was planning on.
What are we talking about?
Where we were headed from here,
What's the consensus?
heading
Go
back,
back
to
to
Nestora.
Nestora. So guys, I just played a
That
gnome.
other rumor we had heard about.
What was that? What, Kyle?
What about that other rumor we had heard about something happening up north? I believe.
In the mountain range,
Oh,
yeah.
God,
Yeah, we're definitely not ignoring. Oh yeah, no, I forgot. Actually, I forgot about the zombie thing. Zombies.
Yeah.
Aside from finding the
Never
bot
forget the zombies.
14s.
Let's go kill zombies.
I think we have to go
Kitty, 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 kitty.
keep our word about the gang we were investigating.
Yep.
Yeah.
We told her we would
frankly,
do
the
that,
stuff that we
so.
found up here ties in with the gang a little bit. It's just what I'm concerned with.
Hold on, I
Somebody's
just
trying to
heard a
find,
big rumble upstairs. I'm just gonna go check on Robert and make sure he didn't, like, I don't know, die.
Good luck.
Okay,
Good luck.
tell him if he died, he's a butthole, because I liked him. Octa, where's Pal right now? Ian just wave.
He ran away to find drink.
More drink? He has like 3 drinks sitting around him.
It's Pow. He always needs more drink.
It's kind of his thing. He drinks a lot.
All the drinking.
I need to return my
Octa,
light.
when Pao shows up for breakfast, Octa asks if she could see the rapier that Pao has.
Sure. Here you go.
Take it. And start, feeling it up.
So you watch
And you
as
fill up the rubbery floppy thing.
I do. I feel up the rubbery floppy thing.
you
Awesome.
hand the sort of flexible rapier to Octa, and she starts running her hands up and down it in sort of a slow, kind of an awkward way. You're not sure how you feel about it. It kind of makes you feel weird.
Why you gotta make things weird, bro?
You're the one who made it weird.
Oh,
Just
no,
making
you.
it real.
Vic did.
Feeling it a little bit, you can determine that it's made of some sort of flexible brown metal that looks kind of like copper or brass, but you can't really tell which. And you sense some sort of magical presence from it, but otherwise, you really get nothing out of it.
Great. Hey, Pal. Can I have this? I can use this.
I guess. Yeah.
If you still want a sword, I'll give you my current short sword.
Nah.
All right.
I've got my quarter.
have, like,
bad boys.
All the swords.
Yeah, you do. I got a quarterstaff and these bad boys, so I'm good.
If you want me to hold one for you, I can certainly do that.
Well, I
There's
still
nothing
have
but my hammer here, so.
I still have my Beelzebub, the Vapid sword, on top of obviously my glaive and everything. So I feel like I soon be getting burdened if I continue to carry all of
I've
these.
got a shovel, so I don't really. I can't help him much more.
Octa for now slides what I'm assuming is a fairly thin rapier. She just slides it into through her belt, so she's holding it on her hip, on her belt. There's no scabbard or anything for it.
You should just hold it and start waving it around everywhere you go.
There is more bear rug up. You could go cut more bear rug.
I'm not going to cut more bear rug, though. Thank you for putting the offer out there. All right, so we head on out.
Before we do that, can I see if there's any wine or alcohol or anything really strong in this place?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Do.
Okay, So you're looking around. You look in the kitchen and the pantry in the back just to see what's going on. And you do notice that there is a trapdoor in the floor. You go down to the cellar through that trapdoor, and you see there's a few barrels. There's some of their that are tapped, obviously for the cook's enjoyment. But a lot of them seem like they're either like the bunghole's open and there's nothing inside, or there's just
Bunghole.
or whatever's left in the already tapped kegs is a little bit low, but there's some to fill up from if you're looking for it.
I'm
I
filling
am
up.
Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole.
I'm filling up the skins.
Okay, and you do notice hanging on the wall near the barrels, there's a spare skin that was left there, probably for the cook to fill up for himself.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah, you tap that bunghole.
I will.
Get it.
I didn't know I was DMing for 5-year-olds. Jeez.
I thought that
Really?
was
How?
obvious.
How
Did
do
you
you not
really
know
not
that
know?
by now?
Assumption,
And
Brad.
please, we're all over 12. I mean, come on.
It's my sink today, and I'm cooking. This is definitely adulting.
What? No,
While you play D&D.
No, lots of adults play D&D. Critical Role is proof of that.
those aren't adults.
How big is the wineskin?
Will Wheaton does not count as an adult. I'm sorry.
He's not on that show.
He was.
All right.
How much, like,
2 episodes.
how big is the wineskin?
It's the same size as your other skin. It's a standard, 3-serving wineskin.
I,
So let's see what else. Yeah, you guys just sort of hanging out. What are you doing?
I'm gonna
Huh?
play my loot and see if there's any more gold anywhere.
So you strum your new magical loot. A pure golden note comes from the strings as Octa starts making noise while I'm trying to describe something.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I am hearing the gold song from Pocahontas.
You strum your lute, the golden note comes out, and you see that beam direct itself towards the west, sort of towards the western side of the house, but you can't tell if it's like pointing inside the house or beyond it. It's just sort of a direction. It's not really a beacon or anything for you.
Fine.
Marcus is ready to head out.
I'm gonna-
Octa's gonna head towards the barn and start getting the horses that are left ready to pull the caravan.
Vehicle help.
The two of you go out. You saddle up the horses, make sure they're we call it yoked, and the cart is properly situated. The wheels look fine. There's really no damage to it. It seems like whenever it was abducted, whatever abducted it, probably those armors, left it pretty much intact. So you get inside. All the glass looks fine. There's a little bit of room for you to sit, but it's a little bit cramped. And you pull it around to the front of the mansion.
I go and tell everyone that the caravan's ready when they are.
Sweet. I'm good.
I'm ready.
Ready here.
All right.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Uh, So the lot of you pile up into the caravan. You start heading down the road with not the caravan, sorry, just the wagon. With the wagon, you notice your progress is a little bit faster since you don't have to walk the entire time. There's no stopping for Pow's pee breaks as often.
Yeah, no, it's true. I drink a lot.
You do, yeah.
Octa is whittling during the trip back.
Go ahead and make a check with that. I believe didn't we put a whittling skill in your thing?
Hell yeah, I did.
Oh,
What are you
man.
trying to whittle? What are you making?
I don't even know. I didn't even think I would roll that well. Shit.
Well, whatever it is, you made it perfectly.
I'm just making a little I'm inspired by my friends here, so I took a block of wood and I was whittling a small dragon figurine, kind of.
So as you guys are trundling along the road, making decent progress, you notice you you see some landmarks that you've seen before pass by and go, and you can sort of see you're making a lot quicker progress. And as you're going, some of you may notice that Octa is sitting in the back of the wagon. She's fiddling with a piece of wood and her knife, and she gets it down to this really beautiful looking carving and manages to smooth it out with her knife, and just it looks really beautiful.
Cool.
So yeah, speaking sort of out of character context terms, if you were looking to sell that, you'd probably fetch a decent price for it. So keep that in mind.
Good to know.
As we're like going down, I'm gonna go back to my meditating pose with my quarterstaff sitting on my lap, just kind of flat this way.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna be like, trying to find. Vic, can you hold this shovel for me?
Vic will grab the shovel.
There you go.
You take a hold of the shovel, and this voice speaks into your head. Oh, hello, sir. What do I call you?
Well, Vic. Just call me Vic.
Oh, yes. Would you perhaps like to give me a name? My last holder seemed to have ignored that fact, so I really like a name.
You'd really like a name. Hmm?
Yes, yes, something that suits my exceptional personality, please.
How about Sterling Sharpface?
Sterling Sharpfist. And as you say that, you feel and you look down and you feel this sort of pulse emanating through the shovel, and it starts to glisten, and the surface of the shaft actually changes to a high quality polished wood. It's probably like mahogany or something, just like the best wood you've seen. Whatever your experience with wood is, which is very extensive in your case.
Octa looks over and goes, "That's a nice wood you got there."
And the head of the shovel actually changes to a sort of a deep kind of a rose gold color. It's a real deep sort of red gold. And you hear the voice in your head. He's like, "Oh, thank you, sir. That feels so much better."
You're telling me I had to give it a name for it to do that?
You just started off insulting it by calling it shovel.
You guys
Shovel
better be
make-
glad that I didn't get it.
Person, okay?
Shovel McShovel face.
I'm a very simple person.
So Sterling, how did you come to be in the abode back there?
Well, you see, I believe I used to be a simple shovel, but at some point the wizard, I believe his name was Stalzul, had quite a dramatic flair about him. He made me on his little pedestal thing, and all of a sudden I was aware of certain things when people touched me, but other than that, it was
How do you spell that?
dark life.
Interesting. So, what things were you made aware of exactly?
Oh well, I can't quite describe the exact nature of what it was, but I had the sense that I could sort of guide my holder towards something, but I'm not sure what that was.
Interesting.
Just,
Very interesting.
Out of character, Brad, what was the name of the shovel's previous owner?
Stalzul. I'll read it. I'll type it in.
I don't like Calzul, but Stall.
Yeah, and after this conversation, I will relay this information to folks. Yeah, maybe not to Doc. I don't know that Doc would take kindly to talking shovels. It seems kind of out of paladinish interest.
Yeah, that was
Knowing,
But definitely
knowing Doc,
Arcus.
he's probably the one driving the caravan right now.
Yeah, but definitely Arcus I would talk to about it. Because it's a freaking talking shovel. So Sterling, you said you could guide the holder. Is it something where where the holder would have to actively be speaking with you and holding you, or where having you securely strapped into a proper pack that you could you'd be able to provide that guidance?
Well, sir, it really is a matter of me being in contact with the user, I believe. As you know now, I didn't quite start talking to you until you touched me, and neither did I until my previous holder held me in his hands as well. So I believe that to be the case. Yes.
Very valid. Well, with your permission, Sterling, I'd like to try some experiments on what exactly contact entails, um, and we'll go from there.
Well, sir, you surely be you're not
Well, I
propositioning
guess
me, are you?
what kind of
You're
what
not
kind of perception
propositioning me.
what kind of perception do you have? I mean, what can you tell about those of us around you? Is it just latent memory? Is that what do you get from me?
Well, I can feel the cut of your hands, so to speak. I can tell you've done hard work, and I sort of get a feel of who you are as a person, I suppose. I can
Yeah,
tell you were
so
born nobly, but your family valued a good day's work, and you actually worked with several woodcutting tools, I believe.
oh yes, indeed. So where I'm driving with this is frequently as part of the lumbering trade, as we move through the wood, we wear the axes strapped on our backs as a means of carrying. And as you might have been able to gather with the lumbering work, we routinely work with the bear leathers, hides, things like that on ourselves. And it's not uncommon that the tools are just right up against the flesh of our backs. I'm wondering if that would constitute contact for us to continue speaking, so I can continue to use my hands to protect you from anyone trying to take such a fabulous talking implement.
Well, that's quite a query. I cannot say myself. I've never been strapped to anyone's back, I suppose. At least not that I'm aware of. So I suppose if you were to try, I could, see what sort of happens.
Well, we'll give that a try. When you're not conversing, or is it a lonely life where you're actively looking for people to talk to, or do you just cease to recognize passage of time?
Well, I sort of keep my thoughts to myself at that point.
Mm.
It does get lonely, but I suppose being a shovel, I can't expect much more.
Fair enough. Well, I will. I'm going to have some discussions here with some of my compatriots, and once we get a little closer in towards evening, we'll speak again, Sterling.
Thank you, sir. That's very kind of you.
Thank you. And then I'll stick him on my pack and talk to Arcus about it.
I'm guessing I would
Get
have.
in! Ah,
Hey, Panther.
baby cat!
I would have some sort of knowledge that like
Goofball.
magic items could gain sentience through
Everybody.
proper enchantments and etc.
Yeah, you understand that to be not really a common thing, but it is a possibility. As far as what that means, you'd have to roll an intel or a roll an Arcana check to determine exactly what the benefits or dangers of such a thing would be.
Sure, why not?
See if you remember that part of it. So yeah, so you understand that sometimes sentient souls are either generated by or placed within by magic when they're enchanted in some form, and sometimes those souls can be malicious. Sometimes they hide themselves, but there are also instances of magic items that are not malicious and merely just determined to be helpers for the person using it.
Mm-hmm. So, sending this to Vic, that's definitely fascinating. Um, I'm very much interested to see what this shovel can do. As you said, it can lead the user to certain things. Definitely want to find out what that means, as well as just keep an eye on him. If he starts saying anything weird or questionable, feel free to speak up.
Burbs.
Excuse me. Apologies. All right. Yep.
For the black cloth, um, is that something I would have to attune to like whatchamacallit, to like figure out what it does, or do I just get that checked out?
After you
Can
I
I?
can't really tell.
When you, Doc is very interested when Arcus takes out that black cloth and wants to test it with him.
Yeah, I'm just, I just take it out to look at it, just kind of see what's what.
Yeah, so you sort of look at it. You're looking at it as a, just sort of like folding through it as cloth, and you can't really determine anything beyond. You can't determine anything about it beyond the fact that it is very black, like it's almost the same color as like pitch black darkness. It seems to draw the light in.
Hmm.
But other than that, it feels just like normal cloth to you. It almost has sort of a velvety feel, but beyond that, you can't really determine anything else about it.
All right. Just because I think I know where this is going, I'm gonna put it. um, let's see, where am I in the caravan? It'd be, I guess, in the back with Vic. I'm just
Okay.
gonna like lay it out, and then just kind of like touch it and see if anything happens. I'm gonna lay it on the floor of the caravan and just kind of like touch it, see if anything happens.
Okay. You don't really have room. There's a lot of crates in the back.
Okay, so I'll put it on one of the crates.
Okay. So you lay it over top of one of the crates, and it sort of falls over it. It appears to be about 5 feet in diameter, I believe. Just double check.
Is it a circle or a square?
It is a circle of fabric. Oh yeah, it's about 5 feet in diameter. So you lay it over top of a crate, and the edges sort of fall over it. But nothing really happens. It feels yes, that.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, they just sort of fall over the edges, but you can't really. Nothing really happens when you touch it. It just feels like you're touching fabric.
Okay. I can't think of anything else to do with it. Doc, if you wanted to step in.
No, I think you would have done the same things I would have done.
All right, I'll just fold it back up, put it away.
Okay. Anything else anybody wants to do while you're on the road? You're traveling.
I would imagine that the carving that I'm doing, considering how intricate it is, would take the entire trip.
Yeah, that does take. As well as you're doing it, it does go a lot quicker than it normally would, but it does take a few hours, so it consumes a lot of time.
Meditating and drinking.
And any time that I'm not spending talking to the shovel, I'm going to be looking at that new axe.
Okay.
The spell scrolls that I got, is that something I can attune to figure out what spell it is, or is that just something I have to get appraised?
Those I believe you have to get appraised.
Okay.
Those are not attunement type items.
I didn't
Unless
think
you
so.
meant, like read magic or something, but I don't
Yeah,
think
I didn't
you do.
think so,
There's
but
an inspect spell. What's it called?
identify.
Identify you.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking into getting that, once I can.
Kyle, what about the one you found?
The one what I found.
The one scroll thing you found.
I found a scroll.
Didn't you?
Thought it.
Oh,
I thought everything I found I would have handed off.
Like a battle scroll or something.
The manual, I believe, he's talking about.
Yeah, that thing.
The manual.
With, like fighting maneuvers in it.
Didn't I hand that off to somebody?
the manual of gainful exercise.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Did you hand it off? I don't remember.
I kind of want to look through that on our way over.
Okay.
Kind of
Maybe
read
worth
that.
reading.
So, did you pick it up, Doc, or did someone else take it?
I don't
I
have
would
it.
have picked it up and given it to somebody, either Pow or Octa.
I don't have it on my sheet.
I mean,
Lost
Peter already
forever.
read that,
Oh no.
so probably
My
Arcus
intent
grabbed
was
it
to
with
give
all
it to
this.
one of you two. Do you want it, Pow?
Sure. I want to take a read through this thing.
All right. So you can start to read it.
Oh, sorry, ignore that.
Ignore me.
Wow, just legendary rolls every time, huh? Is that how
That
you're
was an
gonna do it?
accident. Brad, did you at some point, I'm sorry to interrupt, did you at some point give us the details on that rapier or?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Nobody's tried to
Attuned
take a
to
short rest with it or anything.
Okay, well, whatever remaining time I have after I'm done with my figurine, I'll look it over.
Okay.
And I want to look at that bow.
So you guys, you're traveling in the cart, Doc's driving and whatnot.
Yep.
When it comes to that, what's it called? The rapier. Um, you understand that um, it has some magical ability about it. Unfortunately, for some reason, it's not coming to you. You feel the same sort of feeling you felt. I believe you've attuned to something else before. You get that same sort of impression, but you don't. For some reason, you can't get all the details. It's almost like it's been blocked out.
That's odd.
Yeah.
So, do I need to take it to someone to have it looked at, or?
Um, you have. Would you have ever had a magic item appraised? Would you know how to do that?
Nope.
Yeah, so you're not really sure what to do with it. I mean, you can ask Arcus; he could probably tell you that because I'm sure he's been in that business. But you don't really know. You don't feel that same sort of knowledge from it, and you're not really sure what to do with it. The bow, you sort of think on it a little bit, and you can feel a magical aura from it. And it seems that it's not it's basically a regular bow, but it has a little bit more oomph to it with the magic. It's um, rule speaking, it's called a longbow +1.
Nice.
So
Clarissa, you could probably find that in the list and just drag and drop it into your weapons list.
yeah, you'll find that in the eye tab.
In the eye tab.
Yes, the all-seeing eye.
It doesn't look like an eye to me.
It's an eye. It's the
It looks like an eye, not an
Haha.
Jokes
So
on
funny,
jokes.
Kyle.
eye.
My house smells like brownies and it's wonderful.
Eric and I were supposed to make Rice Krispie treats. I'll see if she still wants to do that when she gets back tonight.
Cool.
Yeah, it's probably like the one dessert I've never actually made. Rice Krispie treats. They're super easy though. All you gotta do is melt marshmallow and put
All right.
together Krispies.
So you guys are traveling for a little bit, and you make your way along the road, and you manage to make it all the way. You're kind of there's nothing really around you. It's sort of just plains, maybe a few trees off in the distance, but it's getting dark. Possibly you want to make camp. Maybe you want to keep going through the night. This is time to make that decision.
Do we want to try to
whatever
do
we're doing.
night shifts of driving through the night to try to get back faster, or
I kind of want to get there as quickly as possible. I can drive for nighttime. I've been meditating a bit through the day.
I mean, I'd like to take not first shift, but I can take an early morning shift.
I'll go into the night. We have lanterns on this thing, right?
Yeah. There are a couple lanterns that are hanging on the corners, as well as one inside the back of the wagon.
All right, yeah, I can do it. They're closed flames. I'm good. I'm good.
So you guys shift around. You make your stop. You do whatever you need to do. You keep rolling along. About halfway through the night, you come to that tavern you stopped at on your way down the Pegasus Roadhouse. And there are a few other wagons outside. It seems like most of the people who are going to be there have already gotten there because it's pretty late. The moon's pretty high in the sky. Are you going to stop or you just keep going?
I'm like, hey guys, we found the tavern we were at a little while ago. We stopping for the night, or do we still keep on?
Doc doesn't wake up.
Octa looks at the tavern, thinks about it, and goes, "Nah, I could pass on the fairy piss this time around."
Field me.
I can take over the driving if you want.
Sure.
So
All right.
Arcus will take the reins.
So you
Octa
guys
actually
keep going.
goes up and sits with Arcus at the front and asks him, like, about the rapier, holds it out and says, "Do you have any idea why I can feel that there's something magic going on here, but even if I take my time and try to figure out what's going on, it won't tell me anything?"
Brad, would I have any knowledge of?
Go make an Arcana check for that.
Let's find out, shall we? No.
Ooh.
I have
So,
no idea.
so you consider it for a little bit, and you're like, you know what? Maybe it's just weird.
You know, it sounds like some weird magic.
Okay.
I'm gonna do
Sure.
an arc just because.
Will you be asleep?
So you guys are sitting up there talking about the rapier, and Vala, who was watching you from the back, not really saying anything,
Not
creeps up.
creepy at all.
She creeps up and she listens to what you asked him, and Vala, as you're listening, you're like, you know what? I think I read something about that when I was at the academy. I think that's called a spell lock. But that's all you know. You just know the name of it. You don't really know what to do about it.
What does that mean?
That's all I got, man.
Well, I guess it's better than nothing.
Judging by the name,
maybe
I'd imagine we'd have to unlock it before somebody can get full use out of it.
you think maybe there's someone we could take it to in Nestora that would be able to unlock it? Because me and magic don't really get along unless it includes making fire bigger.
We can definitely take a look around.
All right. So you guys keep driving through the night, passing right by the Pegasus. Right around. Let's see here.
Octa just chills up front with Arcus while he's driving, just because she's like, I don't really feel like sleeping. So she's sitting there, like, just playing with the rapier, not really doing anything, just kind of swishing it around every now and then.
Okay. Right around probably about 3 or 4 in the morning, you see far on the horizon just the faint glow of the sun coming around the horizon, but not really coming up quite yet. You see up ahead of you on the path, there's a cart that appears to have been downed. There's a horse standing there and a couple people at this distance, but it looks like the cart is broken down across the path, blocking the road a little bit.
What's all that then?
Well, that's fun.
I'll drive right up to it and stop the horses next to it, or behind it, whatever I have to do.
Okay. Yeah. So you drive up, and it seems like the road around it is a little bit rocky. Maybe it'd be hard to get the cart over, so you have to keep it on the road. So you stop behind this cart broken down, and there's a guy in front. He sees you coming. He sort of waves at you. Be like, "Hey there, give us a hand."
What happened?
What she said.
Alan's very suspicious of this, just so everyone's aware.
Bala just says that from the back of the cart, right behind us. It's like, I am suspicious.
Yeah, folks, we got a little bit of a wheel broken here. You think you can help us out?
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna do it too.
Okay. You both scrutinize this guy as he's sitting there. Okay.
Bala's still just going, I am suspicious! On no grounds.
Okay, so Arcus and Vala, the both of you take a look at this guy, and you're like, you know, he seems pretty legit. He seems like he's in trouble. Octa, you take a look at him, and you feel like there's an innate suspicion about someone being on the road this late at night. Of course, you guys are, but you're pretty suspicious to begin with. So, you're thinking like, why would they possibly be on the road like this? And you're trying to figure out what's going on. And he seems like he might be a little bit sketchy, but you really don't know. It's kind of up in the air for you.
Doc is gonna wake up at this point.
I was about to say, for the sake of safety, I was gonna tell Vala to wake everyone back there up anyway.
Doc was gonna wake up to take over driving. Now that he's got.
How far away are we from this?
From what?
How far away would you have stopped, Arcus?
Right up next to him.
Okay. Yeah, so you're stopped about 5-10 feet away.
Doc is gonna get up and he's gonna be like, "Oh, you got a little trouble help? Yeah, sure. What can we do for you? What do you need?"
Yeah, no, our paladin would.
Your bard's back here, not knowing why she's suspicious, apparently, but very suspicious.
Oh, they just need a bit of hand. What do you need, guys?
Yeah, our wagon's broken. Can you help us fix the wheel?
Fix the wheel. I'm not too shabby with a hammer and some wood. Let's see what we can do. And I want to go up to see what I can do to help them fix the wheel.
Okay.
See if they have a replacement, or see if it's just we have to fix the wheel that they have.
Yeah, so you go to look at the cart and you see that one of the wheels has snapped on a few of the spokes, and part of the curvature of the wheel, like the actual round part of it, has broken off as well. So it almost looks like they ran into something and sort of splintered and broke off. So if you want to replace it, oh, he's gone already. Okay, cool. So if you want to replace it, you might have to put a new wheel on it, or maybe try to attach something onto the bottom of that so it can continue to roll.
While Doc's doing all that, Octa went to just like the entrance flap or whatever, just the back of the cart to keep an eye on it. I'm just standing behind it to make our cart.
Oh, okay.
To make sure no one's coming up from behind or whatever.
I don't know if we get attacked, but I mean,
I'm gonna
knock the fuck out.
I want to do a quick perception check just on the cart in general, see if I can see any other, like how many people are there, if anything seems not right, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Perception. God damn it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you, it's kind of dark, and you don't really have dark vision. You know, the
Except I
lanterns light
do.
up a little bit. You have, you know,
Yeah.
You don't.
Since I have dark vision, can I like look around and like
I
the
thought paladins didn't have dark
look,
vision.
take a look at everything?
I thought I did.
Yeah, you can do a perception check as well. Okay.
We're doing good.
So yeah, it's kind of dark for the two of you, and you're looking at it, and you're trying to check it out. But honestly, you don't really feel bad. Like this guy doesn't seem that suspicious, so you're not really looking too hard. You don't really see anything that's out of place. It's really only the guy you can see right now, just the one in front of you. But beyond that, there's nothing else for you.
All right.
I want to ask them if they have a spare wheel, and if not, I'd like to check our cart to see if we have a spare wheel.
Okay. So you walked up to the guy. You know, he's like, "Oh yeah. Let me look." And he goes back around to the back of his cart, tries to take a look through. You hear some rumbling. He comes back around. He's like, "Yeah, man. We don't got one." So you take that opportunity to go back around.
Am I sleeping on it?
You take a look in your cart, and you find that under the crates there's a wheel, but it's a different size. It's actually much larger than the ones they have on their cart. But you think you might give it a try, perhaps.
If
I'm
you
gonna leave our
wanted, I
wheel.
mean, if their wheels are smaller, if you wanted, you could just, since the only thing that's broken on theirs is a spoke, right?
It's several spokes, and a whole chunk of the wheel is gone.
Oh, well, you could just lay the bigger wheel over top of their smaller wheel, cut the spokes down, and then, well, that wouldn't work. We wouldn't have a rim.
Just try
I mean,
it out.
it just has to get him back to town. It doesn't have to be a permanent fix, obviously.
Right.
So the bigger one might cause it to be a little wobbly, but it might work.
Or we could just cut off, a piece of the wheel that we have to fit in the chunk that's missing and replace the spokes with pieces of the spokes from the larger wheel. Doesn't matter. I don't know if the larger wheel would be feasible at all. We can just stick that on there and make them
it'd
be
be better to
lopsided.
try to repair the smaller one they have, just enough to get them back to town. And if that includes either getting wood from the forest and seeing what we can do to cut it down, shave it into place, or doing that from the wheel we have.
Alright, so we're gonna take a stab at fixing their wheel first.
Yeah.
All right. So whoever's going to try to repair the wheel, go ahead and make a
Survival.
No. This is just general, like, sort of fixing. That's going to be a just make a dexterity check. Crap.
Who
That's
wants to
usually
take a crack at
dexterity.
it?
So whoever's holding the hammer, basically. Okay. So you start working on it. You're hammering away, trying to get some nails and pins into this wheel to get it back and rolling. But it takes you a while, and you do a pretty good job with it. Takes you about an hour or so. Yeah. So you got the wheel put back together for the most part. It seems a little bit flimsy, but you think it might make it back to town. The guy's like, "Wow, yeah, thanks a lot, man. Can I repay you any?"
Anything you'd like to give to us would just be donated to the Church of Bahatman. Just so you
Oi!
He says, speaking for the
Goddamn
group.
paladin!
I don't need anything.
Nah, I don't know. I feel like we got enough money right now from the
Like I just got enough money.
the place. So
Yeah, some reason for it.
Just doing a good
yeah,
deed.
Pal slept through this whole thing. So the only person who would want to probably ask for money would be Vic.
Nah, he would
Because
just do this
it's
to be
Vic.
He would do this
So
just to be a good
he's
thing.
also not helping. So
yeah.
Doctor's Millswork says, if you'd like to give anything, just know it would be going to the Church of Bahamut, and any donation for them would be greatly appreciated. But don't need to pay me for my time. That is certainly not necessary.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you, sir. I've never known anyone to deny a little bit of coin, but all right. Octa, are you still standing at the back of the carriage?
Yes.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Dum dum dum.
Where's the gnome?
Oh,
Damn it.
Yeah, so you're looking out. The sun's starting to rise, and you're looking in the direction of the sun. You're looking back east, so it's kind of blinding you a little bit. And you
Why
don't
the
really
hell would I be
notice.
staring at Never mind.
Well, you're looking in that direction. I mean, it's just what happens. That's what you roll the 6. That's what happens. So, you're looking in that direction, but you can't really see that approaching you is several men. As soon as I can find a token that I'm actually happy with.
token. Who's got the token?
Am I being woken up at this point, or no?
Let's see. What's the range on your thing? Does it say like 30 feet or 60 feet?
Gosh, I don't know. Let's find out.
Kyle, somehow I feel like that shouldn't be
Nothing.
in your
Don't
mouth.
say anything about it.
I'm just saying, it looks like ointment for something.
It is closed and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Since when did they have a giant pillow?
Erica bought a body pillow.
Fair enough.
And apparently Kyle cuddles it because it's Kyle. That doesn't surprise me.
At least there's no one on it.
Yeah. You know, while we're missing 2 people already, I'm gonna go downstairs real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So while you're looking that up, Brad, so how much, like, is there like a time limit this book's gonna take to reading, the maneuver book?
Yes, it's going to take you. Let's see.
Is that a fat stack?
It does take a long time. For the next 6 days, you have to spend at least 48 hours reading it. So I'm going to say you spent about 8 hours reading it for the trip so far.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good read.
So that means you have another 40 hours for the next 6 days. So about 8 hours a day is your.
How many days till we get to there? Get back.
At the pace you're going and the pace you went before, you can sort of determine that driving through the night, it's probably gonna be the afternoon of the next day that you'll make it to Nestora.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Everyone run away!
Apparently.
Yep.
I guess I'll bring
Oh,
my plate back
hi.
downstairs.
Everyone died. Everyone died, Brad.
Oh, great. Not again.
Not again. My dog is so distracting. She always sits by me when I go to play. And she's just so cute when she's asleep.
Because we have some time to kill, and this is a funny ass video.
Oh, I guess I started everybody leaving my bed.
Yeah, how dare you bastard.
I blame Vic.
I can't find nothing in the store. Hey, sir, is there anything I can help you with? No, I'm good, thank you. All right. I should have said yes. I have roamed the store for what feels like an eternity. Without assistance, I fear my acquisition will be a permanent one. If only I could rewind time and accept the blessing that is help. If only I had. Hey, sir, anything I can help you find? I don't know, thank you, though. Okay, let me know if you need help.
I know this pain all too well.
Is that what you think every single time?
Yep. That exact phrase. Is that a cat I hear, Kyle?
Yeah.
Uh,
You'll be here in a few months.
Probably. But I learned I only have a few days for Thanksgiving.
But it's connected to the weekend, is it not?
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to give you Thursday off and expect you to be there Friday. It's
No,
one of-
I get a few days, so.
yeah.
And then I can play with all the cats I want.
And by all, it's 2.
Yep, that's plenty though. So I already have 13 hours in Rocket League.
What? You're nuts.
Nice job, Ian.
Whoops.
No, we're still missing Chris and Peter. So.
Can't wait to see what this book does once I finish it.
Pie.
Pie.
You guys still haven't finished that?
No.
It's been a week and a half.
Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting about it.
Okay, only like 6.5 hours a day. No big deal.
Your book?
Yep.
Are we still just waiting for Chris?
He said he'd be 5 to 10 minutes. It's been a little while.
Yeah, that was
Don't look
that
at
was
me
about
with
10
your
minutes.
face, though.
You guys having fun so far? Everybody having a good time?
Yeah.
I played a gnome rogue with the arcane trickster.
So
Nay.
you're Werbin.
Yeah. With a bit of magic.
Don't look at me like that.
Oh, at the RPG club?
Yeah.
It was just like a one-shot kind of deal?
No, it wasn't a one shot. Technically, it started a campaign.
Oh,
Cool.
all right.
Yeah, they are seem pretty cool. All of them, all the guys I have the little group with. One of them's kind of like tiny bit off, like actually. So
What?
like mentally a bit off.
No, sorry. Everything you said got squeezed together and then said in a really short amount of time.
One of the guys that's also in the campaign is slightly different, I would say.
Okay.
I don't think it's any condition or anything, but I can tell he's very eccentric to the point of obnoxious. So, I mean, that's the only problem I had with it. And the DM is very Asian. His name is Ting, and he's got a bit of an accent. Hard to hear him sometimes. But otherwise, it's fun.
That's
It's fun
cool.
getting to use Mage Hand and making it invisible.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. We'll probably we're going to start with Adam.
Okay.
No. We'll wait for another few minutes. If we get to 7:10 and he's not back, then we'll call it.
Are we
Gotcha.
getting into an encounter?
Yeah.
Yep.
I told you, that's suspicious.
Could be with
She
them,
didn't know
could-
why,
might not.
but she do
It's
suspicious.
a whole hour later, though. It's weird.
Oh, here it comes.
Ah! There's a Freya.
Sorry about that.
You're cool.
See, I told you he didn't run away from us.
No, I just had to go get our new old car off a trailer. So
All right. So yeah, you may have missed. Octa was waiting at the back of the cart. She was trying to perceive something, but the
I don't-
sunset was kind of in her eyes, or sunrise was kind of in her eyes.
Because
think-
you know sense, I'd be staring straight at the sun.
It's in your eyes.
To go back even further, Vic, we kept moving along the road and came across a wagon that was broken down.
right, and they wanted our help, and we were stopping, and
Yes.
and Vala was very much, I don't trust him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doc,
So
of course,
Doc went and
Do
fixed their wheel.
investigation, so-
Doc went and fixed their wheel. Octa was keeping an eye out the back of our trailer, and didn't do a great job with it. Not her own fault. And now it seems people are coming this way.
What would you have been doing during this time, Vic?
Likely at this point, if they hadn't woken him up already, he would have been asleep. If people are making the effort to wake him up, or to
I
wake
would have
people up,
because I'm suspicious.
right, then at that point he would try to figure out what's going on. I don't know if he would need a perception or an insight or what he would need.
Go ahead and roll perception. See if you can sort of tell what's going on from where you are in this situation.
Nope.
Okay. So yeah,
I perceive my island.
Yeah, you take a look around and you're still kind of dreary, and you're like, whatever, stuff's happening. I'll deal with it if something happens, but otherwise, whatever. So as you all are sitting there, and Pow, you're still asleep at this point. You see from the east, along the road, comes a contingent of 8 men
Oh, man.
bearing weapons. Let me shift this and turn off that. All right. So you can see behind the cart, there's now 8 men blocking your path. The man in front of you has actually managed to get around the cart and draw a weapon of his own. And he stands boldly in front of your cart and points at you, Arcus, and he says, "You're coming back with us."
Eh.
Coming back with you where?
I think you know where. he draws his sword and he bears it at you, and he seems to be threatening you into coercion.
Well, that's just not okay. Um, so, yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna cast magic missile at him.
What's Zach doing right now?
Since they're all standing at the ready, we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative since he sees you engage.
Oh god.
So
Oh, I did the thing.
I debated going, talking, but I said screw it.
I'm up.
Holy shit, Clarissa! I think you're going first.
Woo.
Hey, bards.
Get some inspiration up in this mofo.
That's right.
Go, Buffy, go.
Inspire the cleaving.
this one.
We can see though is
Okay.
not like that one matters, but letting you know.
Yeah, name doesn't really matter. There's just a bunch of men accosting you with weapons surrounding your cart. How at this point you do wake up immediately and you're on the ball. You're ready to go. Thanks to the.
Oh god. What's happening?
I got to hear that in echo.
We fighting.
Did the initiative thing disappear for anybody else?
Yeah,
Yes, it's gone.
Okay.
yeah, Brad. We kind of need that turn order there, bro.
All right. So Vala, your suspicions somehow came true. You see this man in front of Arcus, pointing at him and telling him he has to come with him. And there's several men behind your cart threatening you as well. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna cast Ferrifier. And I'm gonna do it from like the far over here, so it only envelops the guys in the back.
So just those 8 guys in the back is what you're aiming at.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah, seriously, the kitten thing is not cool, bro.
Can't help it.
and
Yes, you
I'm
can.
gonna give Doc some bardic inspiration.
Brad, we can see that.
Yeah, I know.
Where is it?
Where's what?
The fairy fire?
Just
it's-
behind the guys in the back, so it just hits them.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I'll do one more. Okay. So yeah, none of the guys in the back, none of them seem to realize what you're doing to them. As your aura spreads over them, each one is now covered in a glittering sort of effervescence of magic. Now all attacks against them will have advantage.
Nice.
And I believe they also have disadvantage, or is that just?
I really just want to know why the hell they're attacking us all of a sudden.
Because they're bastards.
They want us to go somewhere, but I have no idea where.
I think
Yeah,
they
what,
want
like-
you to go somewhere.
I think I have an idea, but I'm not gonna say anything yet.
All right. So who do you give inspiration to?
Doc.
Doc. Okay. Cool. All right. Anything else? You want to move anywhere?
I think I'm gonna move behind Doc. Wait, I'm already behind Doc. Never mind. No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm already hiding. Okay, cool.
All right. Arcus, what are you doing?
What I said I was gonna do: cast magic missiles.
Magic.
Do I want to do second level?
Yeah.
Nah, just
Yeah.
just first level for now.
Ah! You
Okay.
should have done second level.
Yeah, all right. Extra 2 points of
Um,
damage.
So yeah, are you
So that's
sending them all
6.
towards that guy in front of you?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you send a flurry of darts flying at him. He's unable to miss them at all. There's no saving throw, right?
No.
It just hits.
That's right. Cool. That's right. So he takes the brunt of all that damage and sort of steps back a little bit, but he remains resolute. He's still pointing at you, still ready to fight if necessary. You want to do
think
anything else?
And then I'm going to just jump off the wagon and head over this way to the edge of the road.
Okay. Just so you know, this black line just represents where the road is. Beyond it, there's some rocky terrain, but it's not impossible to walk on. So if you want to go up that way, you're welcome to.
Yep, I'm good there.
Okay, I'm just letting everybody know.
Hmm.
All right. So Vic, what are you doing?
From where I'm at now, nice and roused and whatnot, the guys in back that are glowing now, what do they look like? What am I seeing here? Are they like all heavily armored? Are they leather type armor? Are they running around in ruffian, raggedy clothes?
They're all wearing relatively simple leather armor, probably the same breed that Gaul has been wearing for a while. They're all carrying scimitars, as well as they have crossbows strapped to their hips. And they all seem kind of regimented, almost as if they're part of some sort of military organization, but there's no markings on them. They just have very sort of simple, nondescript dress about them.
Good, wonderful. Vic is going to get himself to, yeah. As part of getting himself to, yeah, the new great axe comes out. Bestial raging scream happens, and because it's all advantaged, he's going to go ahead and turn that on. And we're going to swing at the dude right there on the corner.
All right.
You don't need a reckless attack.
I do not.
So you raise your new great axe. You give him a good cleave right through his chest, and in one blow, you manage to knock him right to the ground, and he's dead at your feet.
Wow.
Then I'm going to take a free action to just. Actually, no. I'm not going to scream. I've already screamed. Instead, I'm going to look down at the blade, covered in the blood of the dude, and just drag it across my tongue and look at the next guy.
Ooh. Roll an intimidation check.
Absolutely.
I think it works. Doesn't even matter, man.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't have been.
It's roll 10. So yeah.
Oh wow.
So you give the next guy in line a look, and he looks a bit scared of you, but you can tell his training sort of takes over, and his instincts block out your mind games. He manages to resist your very frightening sort of visage in front of him. You want to do anything else? More movement or bonus or anything?
Nope.
Right.
Because I bonus to rage. So
That's right.
I don't get free action rage yet.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a fun
special. Pow, what are you doing?
Gonna yawn. Hop off of the cart. Take my action to Are you wanting to do something?
Just as a reminder, he is all dragon face now, so it's dragon tongue licking blood. Not that it changes the intimidation all, but for the imagery.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm
Proceed
going
with
to
punching in the faces.
Oh, 2 a.m. drunk. Here we go. And then I'm going to stand right up to these guys and take my bonus action. Use the key point to take my bonus action to activate the dodge stance.
Okay.
Use that extra key point I just got from drinking. And take the dodge stance right in their face. So now they all have disadvantage on attacking me.
Okay. And that's an action for you, right? Or
action
or is that
drinking bonus to use the dodge.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. All right. So that's now it's time for the captain's turn. He's going to move over to Arcus. And he is going to.
They definitely want you.
I think it's just because I happen to be in the front.
And you shot him with magic missiles.
Well, obviously that.
He's gonna reach out with an arm and try to grab you.
They want you.
Do I notice a red bandana across his arm?
You do not notice that actually.
Or is that one thing?
I want to find where's the grappling. I can't remember. Okay, here we go.
I think athletics versus
The attacker gets to make melee attack, I believe it was, and it's against the target's dexterity or strength check, their choice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like athletics versus acrobatics or athletics, their choice.
Okay. So yeah, he's going to reach forward to grab you. He's going to make his attack sort of strength roll here, which isn't whispered, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and make either a dexterity or a strength check to try to
Just straight
resist that.
dexterity or strength. It's not acrobatics or athletics.
Well, either acrobatics or just regular dexterity, or acrobatics or athletics, whichever one you like.
Damn.
Yeah, you actually managed to resist his grab.
Oh.
Because it's the DC is the his strength modifier plus 10. So
Oh.
yeah, that's how I've come to understand it. I think I'm getting it right. So yeah, you managed to break free, and he sort of like as his time closes, he's like, please, you need to come with us. It's for your safety. So that's his turn. Doc, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to run up to the guy who's trying to grab my Dragonborn buddy
Mm-hmm.
and say, "No one attacks my friends, not after what we've done for you." And then he's gonna whack him.
Like whack-a-mole because he has a hammer.
Stop it. Stop it.
Damn. Okay. Well, almost.
Ready? So,
Almost damn.
Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. So yeah, you run up to him, and he's not really expecting you, and he kind of gets thrown off by your comment about having done stuff for him.
And wouldn't the crit damage also need the +3 from strength? Or does strength only get added once?
You just the crit only re-rolls the die; it doesn't add the modifiers.
Okay. I don't know what 5e is doing. So.
Cool. So yeah, you managed to lay into him because he's a little bit surprised by your comment. He doesn't go down quite so easily, but he does manage to take some damage.
real quick, isn't this the guy I just helped fix his wheel?
Oh yeah, it is. But even so, he's still confused.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just making sure
AKA
you're aware of what my comment was meant for.
Yeah, aka
Because
Brad misunderstood.
Usually all we've done for you sounds like a long relationship of good and like trusting. It's not like, oh, I fixed your wheel. All we've done for you. That's why you.
I spent an hour of my time doing this for him.
Oh,
How
Lord.
dare he?
First world problems, right? All right. So you want to do anything else? Any bonuses or any more?
No, I think I think that'll be it for now.
Okay. So now it's the rest of the bandits' turn. They're going to try to move around here. Get behind Vic.
Brad, I really like the way you turn into like Wilson from Home Improvement whenever you are
Lean in.
concentrating on what you're doing.
And
Hey, neighbor.
Is he moving enough there? Does he ever move through a threatened space of mine? And back out?
No, he
danced around.
seems to have the training necessary to avoid that area, almost like he's been in combat before. But so he doesn't manage to get in your area.
What?
This other guy,
Combat before?
he moves next to you there. This guy, he passes by Pow, but not far enough away to get in range there. This guy comes around the two of you next to the cart, but behind Octa.
Still nothing there. Can't attack him.
No, he's still within range. Like he hasn't left a threatened square, so he's not threatening you. So this guy's gonna move around to the front of the cart if he can. Is that too much? That's a bit too much. He's gonna move just here next to Vala. He's down the cart. He's down below the cart, so it's gonna be tough for him to fight, but he's gonna try. And this guy's gonna move around next to Pal. All right. So let's begin the flurry of attacks. Okay, so the guy behind Vic, he's going to try to shoot you with his crossbow. That definitely hits. You take let's see, half piercing damage. So that's 7 points. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 7 points of piercing damage. That's already halved, so that's.
Yep. I figured when we started talking about the math and stuff.
The guy next to you in the corner there, he's going to try to hit you with his scimitar, but he rolls a 10, so that does not do the job. The guy next to Octa, to the north area of the map, he's going to try to attack you with a 12. I don't believe that hits. No? Okay.
No.
All right. The guy behind, in front of Pow, actually, he's going to try to hit you with his scimitar. 16, that does not hit, I don't think.
Disadvantage to make sure, but no, 16 doesn't hit.
Okay. Oh, that's right, disadvantage because you're blocking, but it doesn't hit anyway, so we'll just take that. All right, the guy next to you, he's also disadvantaged. He's going to try to hit for a 15.
Nope.
Which actually, that didn't roll disadvantage. So I'm going to roll it one again. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked anyways. Okay, cool. All right, so the guy behind Octa, he's going to try to hit you also, but it doesn't seem to hit. Okay. And the guy next to Volley, he's going to try to reach over the edge of the wagon. It's kind of hard for him, so it's going to be a disadvantage. And 10, I believe, does not hit, so you're safe there. All right, good round, bandits. Way to go. Octa, what you going to do?
Well, I, with Pow, seem to be surrounded. So I kind of turn like almost sort of back to back with him, but face this guy.
Okay.
And take a swing with Lucius. Nope.
Okay. So yeah, you try to. You're a little bit confined. And you don't have much room.
Oh, I didn't do advantaged on that.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll. Just roll it one more time without advantage. Yeah, actually. So initially, you feel a little bit cramped, and you're not sure if you're going to be able to hit him. But you sort of get Lucius around, and you manage to get the right angle on him, and you do just enough damage. He falls to the ground, clutching his chest, bleeding out, and he's down now. Okay.
So they have 11
Poor
health.
dudes are. Yeah, these poor dudes have like no health.
All right. You want to move anywhere? Or what are you doing?
We're murdering a bunch of weaklings.
They attacked us. Just saying.
I'm gonna face this guy, and that's it.
Okay. You have the extra attack yet, or is that level 4?
That must be 4.
Okay.
I have action surge, but I'd have to choose to use that.
Yeah, fighters and barbarians get their extra attack at level 5.
Level 5.
As do I.
Damn it!
Yep. Yep. At level 5, we're all going to be swinging like for the fences. It's going to be great.
Yeah, really.
4 attacks in 1 round.
Shut up, monk.
Vala, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna, whisper furiously at the guy.
Okay.
Wow.
Where's that blue?
Wisdom saving throw. All right. What's that disadvantage? Whatever. Yeah. So he managed to fail his saving throw. So he takes a full 8 points of damage. He looks like he gets this sort of this ghostly pallor over his face as he hears your whispers of malicious intent in his brain. He can't really resist it very well, and he just turns tail and runs as quickly as he can away from you.
Do you have a weapon in your hand, Clarissa?
I mean, I have my pistols.
Oh no, because he's probably doing the.
Oh yeah, because I get to. Do I get a reaction?
Yeah, but it has to be something you already have out. So if you were casting a spell, it would have been your guitar. Because that's your arcane focus. So unfortunately, you can try to hit me with the guitar, but otherwise you can't really pull out your pistol quick enough for that.
Well, could I do a check to see if I could pull up my pistol fast enough?
Not really. This is just a matter of how much time you have available to you, and you just don't have enough for that. So. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to move? You want to got a bonus?
Sure. Since that guy's running away, I'm going to. Move over right here.
Okay. All right. So, Arcus, what are you doing?
So he said it was for my protection. I'm just gonna say back to him, what do you mean for my protection? Where are you trying to take me? I'm guessing he can't answer me right now.
Yeah, it'll have to wait till his next turn, but yeah.
Alright. But I'm still gonna feel threatened, so, I am going to...
Not a toy.
It is a toy. That is literally what it is.
I'm a little jealous I didn't get this one.
I smash it with a hammer. It's a pretty hefty thing too. Like,
Is he
hurts.
wearing metal?
He's wearing let's see, he's holding a metal a scimitar, and he is wearing studded leather, so there's little bits of metal all over his leather armor.
Right. So shocking grasp wouldn't give him the it says I have advantage on the attack if it's wearing armor made of metal, but it's made of leather technically.
That's right, yeah. So it
So it
wouldn't
doesn't.
give you that advantage, unfortunately.
Okay. But yeah, all right. So I'm just gonna reach out and cast shocking grasp on him.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to grab a hold of him, and in
I
the
love
same
how we're
fashion.
still attacking these people, but like, well, at least him, and he's not even trying to attack. He's just trying to grab you.
In the same fashion as he tried to grab you, you reach out and with lightning in your hand, grab him on the arm, and do a decent amount of damage to him. He's not down yet, but he's looking a little bit worse for wear. All right, anything else?
No, I don't wanna move this. Actually,
Yep.
he can't take a reaction, so I'm gonna run this way.
Okay.
Just try and get away from him.
So yeah, he tries to reach out and grab you as you pass by, but unfortunately he's just a little bit stiff and he can't seem to get his arm out, and you slip right past him with no issue. All right, Vic, what do you think?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Vic's going to the guy. Where am I?
No, this is not your time for him.
This one right here.
Okay.
We're gonna start off with the Great Axe Special.
All right. Yeah, you definitely hit. You chop right into him and cleave him right to the ground. He's dead.
All right. I'm going to step up here to this dude. We decided to be a punk, and we are going to jump.
Damn.
Ah.
Okay, yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Uh,
we are demolishing these
That's
poor
gonna be
people.
right in this range here.
Yeah.
And my intent is to have head removed from the shoulders via the neck with the bite.
Yeah. So you wrap your jaws, your dragon jaws, around his neck, and he's a little bit frightened of you right now, having killed two of his comrades right in front of him, and his training just sort of fades from his mind. And you manage to get your jaws around his neck, and just sort of like give it a little tug, and you just rip it right off, not realizing how strong you had to do it. You just did like as strong as you could, basically. And now you have in your head, or in your mouth, the neck of him, and his head is sticking out to the side next to your mouth. And he falls. The rest of his body just crumples into a heap, dead on the ground.
Gross.
And I'm just going to lean my head back, spit the head up, and howl.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. You do that. All right. Anything else? Movement some more, or?
I think he's done.
Yep. Okay.
Can't hear.
Pow, what are you doing?
Gonna get this guy right here.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to get him right in the kisser. Thankfully, he doesn't die immediately. But you you stab your quarterstaff right into his stomach, and he sort of keels over a little bit, but he stands back up with a little bit of a gleam in his eye, ready to fight
I'm going
back
to
when it comes
be
time.
using a key point to flurry of blows.
Okay.
And before he like got up, after he like keels over, I'm gonna knee him in the face.
All right. So the first hit, he looks like he's just about to fall over. Actually, he starts to fall over right then.
Is still
He's sort of wobbling on his feet, just about to fall over, and you bring your knee up right into his chin, and he just keels right over on the ground. He's out.
And I'm gonna turn with a roundhouse to this guy.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, you smack that guy right across the face with your foot. Some may call it a kick. Some may not. We don't know.
Smack with a foot. Meh.
And you hit him right across his face, and I don't know why he has the death thing on his face, but okay. Yeah, and he's still standing, but he looks very woozy, like he's just about to fall over if you hit him again. All right,
Cool.
anything else?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. All right. So now it's this guy's turn. He's going to try to break free of Doc and walk over. So if you'd like to take your attack of opportunity, you're welcome to.
This is going to be a non-lethal blow.
Okay. Yes, you manage to make your contact as he gets away. As he steps away from you, you smack your hammer into his back. Unfortunately, it just sort of pushes him a little bit, and you can tell it dealt damage, but he doesn't stop. He just keeps going. Obviously, very focused on his goal. And he walks over to you, Arcus, and he whispers to you, "Listen, I need to take you home. Okay, it's my job. Will you just come with me?"
Do I get to answer him now, or?
Nope. Move on. Doc, what are you doing?
One sec. Yeah, I am going to charge back after this guy, but instead of attacking him, because I see him continually talking to Arcus and not wanting to kill him, I'm going to use my Channel Divinity for Nature's Wrath to try to ensnare him in some spectral vines.
Okay. He rolls a nat 1, of course.
Nice.
So yeah. So he's now restrained in a tangle of vines that come up from the ground, sprout out of the grass, and wrap around his body. He's sort of starting to struggle and grunt a little bit, but can't seem to break free. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Nope. All right. So now it's these guys' turn.
Or that guy. Oh, there's two
two.
left.
Yeah. They're going to do their best. This guy in front of.
There's a third guy, but he ran away.
Yeah, he's away from Vala for now. We'll see if he decides to
here.
do anything. Huh? No, I said he's away. The guy. No, don't worry, you're fine. So this guy in front of Pow, he's gonna try. He doesn't feel very confident about his abilities, but he's gonna do his best. Try to do some damage before he goes. 16. I don't think that hits, right?
Nope.
Nope. All right. So yeah, he tries to hit you, but unfortunately, it just doesn't seem to make contact. And this other guy in front of Octa, he's going to try to make his escape. So he's going to go this way, try to run away. So if either of you want to make an attack of opportunity against him, now would be the time.
Oh, he's so
Yes. Octa's gonna take a non-lethal swipe at him.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't. That's good. I probably hit first then.
Yeah. So are you trying to be non-lethal, Ian?
Yeah.
Okay.
I already killed one guy.
So yeah, you both swipe out against him as he tries to get away, and unfortunately, just the force of both of your blows just brings him to his knees, and he's pretty much done right there. He's not dead per se. He doesn't appear to be bleeding, or anything because you hit him with bludgeoning damage, but he is down on the ground, apparently unconscious. All right. So that is their turn. Octa, what are you doing?
I'm going to step up over here and swipe at that guy with my fists.
Okay. Yeah, you put away your glaive and bring forward your spiked gauntlets and try to give this guy a quick punch. Are you being non-lethal this time as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess we're just letting this guy run away. I forgot about him.
Yeah, he's actually he moved a bit further. He's considerably further away from the road than before, so he's almost out of range at this point. This guy in front of you, he falls to the ground limp, apparently dead or worse, or not dead. I mean knocked out or worse. We'll see what happens. All right, so they're both knocked out. Anything else?
Just gonna move up here, I think. Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna move boop, 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 a little closer up here because I want to see what's happening with them in the front.
Okay. So you make your way around and you see in front of you, Doc is in front of a guy, apparently the guy you were talking to earlier who was needed his cart fixed, who's wrapped in vines currently, and that guy is facing towards Arcus, who they appear to be conversing, or at least they seemed like they were just a moment ago.
The
Vala,
hell?
what are you gonna do?
So, are you guys trying to talk to this dude, or are we trying to, like, kill this dude?
At this point, I mean, at this point, I pretty much know why he was sent, but I'm still debating on whether or not I'm gonna kill him.
Okay.
So we'd best leave that to him.
So I'm gonna go up here and I'm going to say, "How now, Wolfsack? What mutter you?"
What?
What did you say?
Did you just go all Shakespearean on him?
I did, and I'm not trying to hurt him. I am trying to intimidate him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an intimidation.
Oh, Mudsack.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Well, should it be at advantage?
14.
19 was your first roll, anyways, so that's fine.
Oh,
Right.
So yeah, you approach him, and he turns around hearing you say that odd combination of words, and he gets this look of sort of fear and trepidation in his eyes, and you're not sure what he's going to do about that, but he appears to be intimidated by your words.
Hey, those words appeal people.
Shakespearean insults
Yeah.
are best.
true.
All right, anything else?
No.
Now, brown cow.
No.
Okay, Arcus, what are you doing?
So now that he's restrained, I will say to him, did my grandmother send you? Did my family send you to get me?
Okay. He's still struggling at this point, so he's not really in a position to answer right away.
Mhm.
But see what happens in a minute.
Okay.
Anything else? You want to move? You want to attack?
I'll just step out of his range, so in case he tries to grab me.
Okay. Vic, what are you doing?
Okay, so looking around the field here, the X guys are all dead. I know the top three. He's well aware of those. The two dudes that have a little, these guys down here.
Yep.
Are they on the ground, appearing to be dead to the enraged Vic?
Yes, they appear to be
Okay.
incapacitated at least, so they're not in need of killing at this point.
They're all down. The dude over behind Doc, am I able to see that he is still standing?
Yes. From where you are, you can see that he's standing. Doc's in front of you. You can sort of see that there appears to be like vines or something in play, but in your rage state, you can't really tell exactly what that means.
Okay.
But
Mechanics order, or mechanics question, I suppose. The
Yeah.
dash action is a standard action to move an extra block of your movement speed, correct?
that's double your movement speed, actually.
Yeah, because you have your move and then your dash consumes both movement and standard to give you double movement speed, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
So that would get me to within range. He's enraged unless somebody yells at him to stop, which I don't know if anyone would be able to. He's going to come there and he's going to bite at the dude.
Can I take
Okay.
a reaction to try and yell at him to stop, or
Yeah. Go ahead and let's see.
trying
How are
to
we
think if
gonna
there's
do
anything I can do
this?
to?
Against
Can
perception.
I? Because he's running
Against
right
my perception,
past
possibly.
Yeah. Go ahead and Vic, make a perception check. And what are you saying,
that-
Marcus?
And the first roll for that would have been a 2, 4, 5.
5.
So my perception's a 5.
I was just gonna shout out, Vic, no wait, we don't want to kill him yet.
Okay.
Octa. Can
No
Octa try the
killing.
same thing because she's running right past him and she can see that they're still talking up ahead?
Yeah. Go ahead and give it a try. What would you say to him?
I don't believe they want this one dead yet. I would yell.
I'm not dead yet.
Okay. Yeah. In your current state, you're a little bit. You don't have to roll perception for that.
I don't know. I just run. I didn't know.
So at this
But it was
point,
a good roll.
you're still a little bit too like your bloodlust is sort of taking over a little bit, and you hear words being thrown at you, but you're not really taking the time to perceive them. So you're not stopped.
I will use my reaction of protection for this guy to
Okay.
put Chris at disadvantage.
Okay. So go ahead and make your bite attack at disadvantage.
And yeah, because he doesn't see him glowing. I
Yeah,
don't know
he's-
that he would have reckless attacked. So it is a full disadvantage. I guess just as a future mechanics question, if I'm attacking with advantage and someone disadvantages me, does that just cancel it to normal? Or does
Exactly.
disadvantage override? Okay.
It's just they even out. Yeah, actually, the words hitting that part of your brain that is still mostly human, and Doc's interposing himself between the two of you manages to deflect your bite away, and you don't manage to make contact.
Okay.
So that's, I believe, your turn.
Paladin.
One check here. Nope, it's a bonus action to end my rage, so I cannot end my rage right yet. So
Okay. All
that's
right,
where
Pal,
we
what
are.
what are you doing?
Going to use my movement, jump through the cart, then use my action to dash, not using a key point or anything, just dashing over this cart or around the cart, however I need to get here, and I'm just gonna get on this side of the guy.
Okay.
So what are we doing with him? In my slightly drunken monkness,
He slurs.
what are we doing?
You notice that Hal, as he's talking, it seems like normally he's a little bit awkward with the way he speaks. On certain occasions, new people, that kind of thing. But now, for some reason, he seems almost like very even and level, and perhaps even a little bit of wisdom, like might be in the very timbre of his voice.
He's got his hands like sitting behind his back, like on like that kind of pose.
Yeah.
Like
He
standing
looks-
straight.
He looks like he's drunk, like he's kind of wavering in physically, but he's also exuding this sense of sort of just
Confidence.
latent wisdom, confidence. Yeah. Okay, so this guy, he's gonna try to break free. Let's see. I believe that's just a regular strength check. If I have read this 3 times and not realized what it says. Actually, I don't think he can break free. So yeah, he's stuck there. He tries to struggle a little bit, but unfortunately, he can't seem to break that. So he sort of settles. You can tell he's calmed down. And he just looks at you, Arcus. He's like, "Yes, your grandmother sent me. I thought this operation would be a bit better, but obviously we misjudged your companion's strength." At this point, we're going to end combat because he's settled down and there's nobody else to fight. So
The other guy's gone.
All of the arrows. How many arrows do I get?
So let's see. Between all
Aren't
of
they
them,
crossbow bolts, or do they have
they
regular
are
bows?
they are crossbow bolts.
Oh,
Um,
well, I can't shoot those.
Yeah, you go around and you try to find arrows on these guys, but unfortunately, all you find is about about 20 bolts each on each man. But they're for the light crossbows, and you don't really see much use for them unless you want to take them.
Vic, now that he's done being enraged, even though he's still coated in all of the blood of the people he bit,
Of course.
he's gonna ask the guy if he has any means to provide for a burial for for all of these guys, or what his intent is with all of them.
He gives you a look, and he's like, "Well, yeah, I've got a shovel or two in the cart. I could just."
Vic has a
Well,
shovel.
and that's exactly where Vic is going. He says, "Well, if it's no business, if it's no matter to you, still got a bit of the rage twitchings going on, a little bit of that adrenaline. So, I got a pretty good shovel that I want to get some shoveling experience with. It's new.
Oddest
And if
statement
you don't
ever.
mind, I'm going to go ahead and start digging some graves for these. Do you want individuals or one big pit?"
He gives you a very sort of somber look and seems almost respectful of your attitude about the battle. He's like, "Yeah, if you're all right with it, I'd like to bury each of them separately. They were my men. I'd
Fair
appreciate
enough.
that."
I'll leave markers for you. I'm going to start digging, and I'm going to go over and start digging holes. I don't know. I'm going to start digging holes with Sterling.
Okay, so you take Sterling out, and he's like, "Oh, hello, sir." And as soon as you stick his head in the ground, he's like,
I'll pull him back out. Before I start digging with him, I'm going to pull him up and say, "So Sterling, we've got a bit of a task ahead of us. Had some people that set upon us with weapons and seemingly ill intent, and I may or may not have bitten one of their heads off, quite literally. I've got 5 graves that I need to dig, and seeing as how you're such a classy shovel, you're going to help me get this done."
"Oh, sir, please, I'm not really designed for shoveling."
You're not designed for shoveling.
No, I mean, look at me. I'm so nice. I wouldn't really appreciate such a task.
Well, fair enough. You will be used to load the graves back, but I guess I'll go borrow his shovel to dig, and I'll just stick him in my back. And
As you do so, you hear a sort of sigh of relief coming in your mind.
A shovel afraid of digging. That's
and
pretty good.
I'll walk over, grab one of the attempted kidnappers' shovels, and I'm gonna up here, wherever the clearest patch of dirt is. I'm just gonna start digging 5 holes.
Okay. So you guys see him go off and dig. In the meantime, I'm sure you're talking to the guy you have captured right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, so what's this about?
I don't want to get into this with all of you right now. But let's just say I didn't leave my home on the best of terms.
I understand that.
Octa kind of like chuckles under her breath and goes, "That sounds familiar."
I agree.
At this point,
Guys, our basement is flooding. I'm gonna have to go.
okay.
Oh no!
Basement is flooding?
Yes.
How?
Like,
Look.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah, we're wrapping up anyway, so
Alright.
I'll let you know what happens.
Alright, cool, thanks.
I
Hi.
Um,
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. He's, so yeah, at this point he says, "Sir, I really need you to come back with me. You're needed back at home.
Right, I'm needed.
You are. It's very important. At least that's what your grandmother impressed upon me."
Did he just say war?
Say that again?
Did he just say war?
No.
No, you're going crazy, Doc.
Oh, alrighty.
Uh,
War were declared.
Um, is there something specific they needed me for, or they just want me back?
She wouldn't really say. She just told me to take my best men, and he looks sort of, somberly off to the side
Mm-hmm.
at the corpses laying
Gonna
about.
kind of chuckle at that.
If Vic hears the comment about best men, he's just gonna quietly chuckle and keep digging.
Yeah.
And she told me to come get you. We've been tracking you for a few weeks now, and thought we had you, but apparently you've learned a few new things since you started out.
Hmm. Yeah, I've made a couple new friends, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah.
Hello.
How long,
My
Doc?
name
How
is
long?
Pow.
How long does the vines last?
Let's find out.
I can imagine it being more than like a minute.
Could be concentration.
It's probably concentration up to a minute.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a spell.
This is true.
Yeah, but it still has limits.
I understand. Yeah, I'm just trying to see what it says. It doesn't really say anything about a length on here. Might need to consult the.
Let's see.
Might need to consult the player's handbook.
Yeah, it looks like it lasts
The
for.
creature must succeed on a strength. At the end of its turn, but it doesn't say for how long.
Yeah, he's gonna try to break free real quick. Not threatening. He's just gonna try to.
Deactivate it.
And he fails. He's still ensnared because
Mhm.
why the heck?
Hello. My name is Pow.
I imagine that I would have control to break it.
Yeah, you can try to cut through it if you want, or just try to snap it with your hands. I mean, they're
Well,
vines.
no, I imagine that being my spell, I'm channel. It's called channel divinity. I imagine I can release it.
Stop
will.
channeling.
Yeah, you can if you want. If you want to
Okay.
do that.
I'm not gonna do it yet,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna say, should I let him out, Arcus?
Yeah, go ahead and let him out.
And then I'll release him from the vines.
The guy turns and looks back at Pal, be like, "Hi, Pal."
Hello.
Turns back. I know you're reluctant, and I'm sure you don't like me dragging you back, but we really do need you.
Did he know Pow?
No,
No,
Pal
Pal
introduced himself.
introduced
Oh,
himself.
he introduced himself. Okay, I
Just
didn't.
saying hi.
I didn't hear that. I was like, wait a second.
Octa is standing next to Arcus and goes, dragging him. Just saying, you ain't dragging him anywhere.
Well, that was the intention. Thank
Is did my grandmother pay you guys?
She gave us some, but we were supposed to receive a little bit more once we got back.
How much?
It was going to be about $1,000.
So that's in gold.
Yes, that's in gold. I mean, my men may not have survived much, but as a force altogether, we were worth a bit more than that.
Well, there's 2 left. I can tell you that much.
Well, as you can see,
3, actually. One guy ran.
True.
as you can see, you're no match for us.
Aye.
And I have no intention of going back there. So, I will offer you this deal. Either you leave us now, whether you go back to my grandmother or not is your choice, but if you do go back, you say you lost my trail, you don't know where I am, and you refuse to go back on any mission to find me. Or, we can take you out right now, and this whole thing can be done.
That's all well and good, but you've met your grandmother, right?
Definitely.
She's not really the type to take no for an answer, correct?
Yeah.
So what do you expect me to do?
You could disappear, get off her radar,
Yeah.
pretend you're still tracking me, pretend you left the country, I don't care.
Yeah, that would work out well for me.
I could let you leave with the couple of men you have left, and it'll be your choice on whether or not you go back to her to tell her you failed, or your story ends here.
All right, fine. I'll take your deal. Is there anything you can do for my men? They seem to be a little bit worse for wear. At least the two of them that are remaining.
Um, I'll gesture to who has healing stuff. I think Doc and Vala.
I'll heal one of them with a cure wounds.
I think Vala
I
has
can't-
that.
Vala, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll ask them to help heal
So
up his
we'll,
men so they can be on their way.
I'll do it to the both of them just because this is what Doc would do. He'd say, no, I'll take care of this.
Okay.
So 1 and 2.
yeah, they both they get up. They're a little bit confused. And that's where we're gonna end the game.
Yay. Woo!
Good old family.
Character
Fun.
backstory.
See, that's what barbarians are supposed to do.
Oh man.
So
I'm
that
just
was
glad I
fun.
managed to actually stop you with my reaction.
That would have been nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Good work, guys.
See you guys.
Peace.
All right.
Yep,
See you
see
later,
ya.
guys.
Bye, everybody.
Who wants to play some
Bye.
Rocket League?
What did
Buddy?
you say, Ian?
Who wants to play some Rocket League?
I could play a little bit. I'm gonna need to get used to this Xbox controller.
Yeah, I suppose I could play if Pearson doesn't mind.
No,
Yeah, I'm
Cool.
good.
I was using his Steam account to play Myst.
I
Nice.
saw. I'm dying to play their new game, but I'm gonna have to wait a little while.